Apple is working on the third generation of its rugged smartwatch, the new Apple Watch Ultra 3, and if rumors are to be believed, we're in for a major evolutionary leap. Aimed at users who seek adventure but don't want to leave their health and signal at home, the Ultra 3 has a larger screen, a better chip, and new health and connectivity features. From the beginning, Apple Watch Ultra was something more: strong, large, and above all, at least on paper, prepared for anything. From the chilly Everest to the sweltering deserts, from diving to hiking at least, that's how Apple wants to show it in its commercials. But is it really that ultra? Doubts were expressed by users and reviewers. Now comes the third generation, a new Apple Watch Ultra 3, and we're all asking, will this finally be a watch that really lives up to its name? What we currently know, the spectacle of September. Reliable sources like Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, MacRumors, TechRadar, and Apple Insider, they declare the arrival Apple Watch Series 3 for September 2025 as part of a conventional Apple event, which will also include iPhone 17. The watch was initially meant to be available in 2024, but Apple moved it back reportedly because great things take time, or because blood pressure is tougher to calculate than they expected. 2. Design. If it's not broken, it should remain titanium. The Ultra 3 is likely to keep its classic look, a strong titanium casing, orange action button, and rather distinctive, if not somewhat bigger digital crown with an orange ring. There is discussion of bigger screen, up to 2.12 inches, and slimmer casing, which implies it would eventually be simpler to slide under the sleeve of a jacket. There would be no color surprises. They stay natural, black titanium, or a particular brownish silver may join. What users praise? 1. Premium materials and durability. 2. Extremely bright display. 3. Long battery life by Apple standards. What they scold: size and weight, not for every wrist. Limited functions outside the outdoor world. Lack of a substantial leap between Ultra 1 and Ultra 2.3. Screen: brighter but not smarter. Instead of the long-awaited micro-LED screen, which Apple supposedly buried somewhere in the lab concepts, the Ultra 3 will undoubtedly receive an update to LTPO3 OLED, which is touted to be up to 40% brighter and more energy efficient. Enough for the Sahara heat, maybe. 4. Brain. New S10 chip, artificial intelligence with restrictions. The new watch is believed to be powered by a chipped S10, which delivers better speed and quad-core neural engine for machine learning. But don't anticipate miracles. Complete Apple Intelligence experiences will not be possible because the watch doesn't have enough RAM, less than 8 gigs. Apple, if you're reading this, more RAM, please. 5. Connectivity, satellites, 5G, and independence without the signal. The largest change is undoubtedly satellite connection. Yes, like the iPhone 14, the Ultra 3 will, presumably, be able to transmit SOS messages and text messages without service, so you won't have to climb a tree to contact your mom anymore. In addition, we anticipate 5G RedCap, a light form of 5G that is expected to boost conversations, data transmission, and navigation without burning through the battery in 3 hours. 6. Health. Blood pressure is the star of the show. One of the most anticipated features is blood pressure measuring, not conventional but fashionable monitoring. The watch won't replace you with a cardiologist, but it will caution of probable hypertension, similar to how it presently warns of heart rhythm problems. Footnote: blood oxygen measurement may not be accessible in the US owing to patent conflicts. This is not supposed to be an issue in the EU. What we are still waiting for, and will be for a long time: non-invasive glucose testing, anticipated in 3 to 7 years. Hydration measurement, Apple, this would be wonderful during summer. 7. Battery and charging. No revolution, but improvements. It maintains 36 hours of autonomy, 72 in power-saving mode, although we anticipate a bit better efficiency thanks to the new processor and screen. The watch may feature bigger charging coil, which indicates quicker charging. So, less waiting, more moving, or sitting down with style. 8. watchOS 12 and Apple Intelligence. Smart, but not too smart. The clock will operate on watchOS 12, which will presumably be released at WWDC 2025. Integration is also announced Apple Intelligence, although restricted by hardware. However, if you still have an iPhone 17 or later, the watch will be able to operate as an extension of the Smart Health Assistant, AI Doctor in iOS 19. 9. Price and market. premium stays premium. The price should stay at $799 unless they interfere in the interim US customs legislation. Apple retains the Ultra as premium product, so if you want one, have your cash ready. For that money, you get toughness, features, and, at least, the moral sense that you can withstand the apocalypse. 10. But, what about the straps? Rumors of a probable end of compatibility with outdated straps have generated alarm among longtime users. But for now, it looks like Ultra 3 still supports existing bands. At least some constancy in this crazy modern world. Apple Watch Ultra 3 is all we anticipate, and more. It won't blow you away with a new look, but it will quietly and efficiently boost the experience you already know, with an emphasis on health, connection, and the simple things that make a real-life impact. If you already possess an Ultra 2, wait for the official testing. But if you are thinking about your first serious smartwatch, then the Ultra 3 is a fantastic pick, only if you have a broad enough wrist. This autumn, after a 2-year wait, the Apple Watch Ultra 3 will arrive, and its reported improvements seek to make leaving your iPhone behind a more usual activity. Out of the planned changes coming to Apple Watch Ultra 3, 2 key ones center on iPhone replacement. I don't mean that the Ultra 3 wants to replace your iPhone totally, but it will make it simpler to go out in the world without iPhone. That's because 2 new connection options are coming that mirror current iPhone functionalities. 1. 5G cellular. 2. Satellite messaging. Both of these technologies have been available on the iPhone for a while, so if you carry your iPhone everywhere with you, the Ultra 3's enhancements won't make as great a difference. But with 5G and satellite connection, Apple Watch Ultra 3 could give a better, more fluid iPhone-free experience. This will, of course, appeal to adventurers and explorers, as Apple likes to imply. But there are certainly practical use cases for the regular city resident too. I reside in New York City, and the prospect of leaving my iPhone at home is appealing, at least occasionally. Personally speaking, I'm unlikely to travel someplace I require a satellite connection. I like my nature within the vicinity to filtered water and a bathroom. But acquiring 5G means the routine chores I do with an Apple Watch Ultra 3 should work quicker and more consistently than before. The times I've gone iPhone free in the past, it's been cumbersome trying to do too much on my Apple Watch, including sending messages, navigating on maps, and receiving basic facts from Siri. That's not only because watchOS is more constrained than iOS, it's also because Apple Watch cellular connectivity seemed slower and less stable than my iPhone. If 5G can enhance this experience and watchOS 12 adds helpful new AI functions, being iPhone-free might be a lot more enticing with an Apple Watch Ultra 3. Would having 5G and satellite messaging on Apple Watch Ultra 3 prompt you to leave your iPhone behind more often? Let us know in the comments. So, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates. Goodbye.